Callie and Josh, and today we're going to have some public policy updates for you on the new overtime rules. Josh, can you tell us about the new FLSA overtime rule?
Absolutely. And I think it is important to remember that it is a rule and that it's not legislation. So the difference being that this is a rule brought down by the Department of Labor's Wage and Hour Division under the FLSA versus legislation that will be vetted and debated by the Senate and House. So under the FLSA, you have protections for minimum wage and for overtime pay for workers. However, you also have exemptions. Within those exemptions, you have certain rules that apply to workers, one being the type of pay, they have to be salaried, what that salary level is, and job duties descriptions. So with this new rule, the big change is number 2, the salary level. So it's been increased from around $23,000 up to $47,000, $900 some dollars a week approximately, which that increase is going to bring about 4 million workers that were exempt into a non-exempt status. So small businesses, big businesses will have to start paying overtime to those new employees.
If they meet the thresholds.
Right.
Okay.
And that is that threshold is that $47,000 is the increase from 23.
Okay, so when is this going to start coming into effect?
So we've got about a little over 6 months. It officially comes into effect December 1st, 2016. So we've got just over 6 months for businesses to come into compliance with the new rules. However, each state is different, so it's going to be important that businesses look at the Commonwealth's rules as far as how much time you have to notify an employee of a salary or payment restructure.
Okay, so how exactly is this going to affect the business, and what are they going to need to do to prepare for it?
Well, it is a dramatic impact on businesses. This is the biggest rules or legislative impact probably since the Affordable Care Act was put into place. It's going to be important, unless you're a business that is just drowning in excessive cash flow, which I think you'd be hard pressed to find. I think you're going to see businesses making some drastic changes, whether that is lowering an employee's salary range to accommodate for overtime, whether it is taking employees that are maybe at that threshold and putting them above the 47,000, so you're around 48, so they can avoid, of course, paying overtime. Or most likely, what I think you'll see is employers having some real conversations with employees, having to change some inter-office policies on some strict time in, time out policies, mandatory lunch breaks. Employers want to make sure that they're having conversations with their employees about taking work home after the workday. So all that's going to impact businesses.
Okay, so is there anything that is going to happen to revise the rule, or is it pretty much?
I would say at this point it is intact. It's going to become law. There are some legislative efforts. There's a protecting the workplace legislation that has been introduced by the Senate. I don't think they have enough time to get it through, and if that bill, which would repeal the rule, does get through, I don't think it would be veto-proof. So I think the best thing for businesses to do is to start preparing for this rule to go into effect. I would say first it is essential that that employers are reaching out to employment law professionals first and foremost. There are a lot of details in this rule changes. You're going to want to reevaluate your duties test. You're going to want to examine the automatic increase that's a part of this. That will happen every 3 years. So with inflation, you're looking at another increase around 2020 that employers will also have to consider. There's also a highly compensated employee threshold that has also been increased to around $130,000 if they're going to exam. So there's a lot of details in this rule that they're really going to want to reach out to an employment law professional. And I will say that at the Roanoke Regional Chamber, we're preparing some programs, some informational sessions with our members, where we're going to bring in some of those employment specialists to help provide some guidance.
Okay, awesome. Well, thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
We, like Josh said, will look forward to sharing some more information with our members and the public about how this rule is going to affect business in Roanoke Region and in the Commonwealth of Virginia.